We just published the list of America's richest self-made women. Forbes has a very specific definition for self-made, which other people sometimes disagree with, but our definition of self-made is, did you get to your fortune through your own efforts as opposed to inheriting it for someone else? So the women on this list are entrepreneurs, founders of companies, celebrities, artists, authors. This is the 7th annual list that Forbes has done of self-made women. We have 100 people on the list, and we are basically capturing their net worth using stock prices from early July. For private companies on the list, we value those private companies as if they were public. As we've been seeing, for our billionaires list that we put out in April, we had practically a new billionaire every day for the past year. We have a number of new billionaires on this list. We had 26 billionaires this year out of 100 people, most ever from the years we've been doing this self-made women list. And of the notable new billionaires, one is Rihanna, the singer, who's also an entrepreneur. She became a billionaire because we got new information on her ownership of this Fenty beauty cosmetics line that she is partnered with a French luxury goods company, LVMH. She owns 50% of that company, which has close to $600 million in revenues estimated. And she's got a lingerie company, Savage by Fenty, which also raised new money at a higher valuation. The combination of those two things put her over $1 billion for the first time. Another new billionaire, Anne Wojcicki, behind the company 23andMe that people may know. You spit into the tube and it tells you something about your heritage and some of your health risks. That company went public merged with a blank check company, a special purpose acquisition company a few months ago. And her ownership in that company made her a billionaire. We had 15 newcomers this year, a pretty big batch. One of the newcomers this year is Dolly Parton, very well-known singer and actor and philanthropist and investor. She's got part of Dollywood, an amusement park that's named after her. And we were able to value her stake in that, plus her earnings for years of singing. We got Dolly Parton on the list at an estimated $350 million. Some more interesting newcomers, the co-founders of a medical gear company called Figs, went public in the spring, and 2 women, Trina Spear and Heather Hassan, co-founded that company and are co-CEOs, and they're both newcomers to the list. Their medical gear is a little bit more stylish and different colors and super popular with many of the first responders who's been helping out with healthcare during the pandemic. Another interesting newcomer is Gail Becker from a company called Cauliflower. Gail's children had celiac disease and couldn't eat gluten, and she came up with a cauliflower-based pizza dough, which her kids loved, and then she turned that into a company. And now Cauliflower's frozen cauliflower pizza crusts are in stores all over the country. Diane Hendricks is number 1 on the list yet again. She and her husband, her late husband, I should say, founded a roofing company, ABC Supply, which is now one of the largest roofing companies in the country. And she's now worth an estimated $11 billion, which is the first self-made woman to be worth more than $10 billion in the United States. As we've seen with the stock markets in general, it's been a record year for so many stocks. The run-up in the value of stocks also pushed up the value of a lot of the fortunes of the women on this list. So altogether, they're worth $118 billion, these 100 women, which is 31% more than last year when we did this list. We saw some companies that went public, which helped push up the net worths of some folks. We saw some companies merge with a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC, and that helped push up some net worths. And then we got new information on people like Rihanna, which helped push up her net worth. But in general, stocks have been on a tear, and we saw that in the run up in the value of a lot of these women's fortunes.